Hi everybody, welcome to Andy's Beer Reviews. Slightly different beer review today. I don't have a beer in front of me. What I do have instead is a pressure barrel full of my homebrew. Friend at work, Tony, is coming up to significant birthday and wanted me to brew him a special beer for that birthday it's actually December. So I just actually harvested my own hops in the back garden. And I thought, you know what? I'll make a beer with these hops. I mean, I've made a lager with it before, and I've actually put some in a stout before now as well. So I decided to make a pale ale for him, but it was experimental because I've never made one pale ale with my own hops before. Never made them with green hops. I've always completely dried them out before, but this one I didn't. I harvested them one day, and they were in the beer the next day. And it was really proper experimental. So I've decided that I've put it virtually all in a pressure barrel. I've got about 7 bottles down there, which I will send to work. But the rest of it's in here for my own consumption because it is experimental. It's not to everybody's taste, I don't think. We're going to see what it's like because I've not actually, apart from it came out the fermenter and I put the hydrometer in. I've drank it from the thing, your hydrometer tube thing afterwards. After that, I've not done it. And simple and easy is, if it's a completely shit lager, then this won't go live. Pale ale, then this won't go live anyway. So it doesn't really matter, does it? So it's experimenting the fact that I've used pale malts because I wanted to do a pale ale, but I did want to make it quite bitter, and I wanted to see if I could replicate sort of the verdant vegetal flavour. So the hops went in green, whole cone, beginning the boil. So hopefully it's done its job. What I'm hoping is a little bit of that malt flavour will come out. I'm hoping a little bit of the vegetal flavour will come out. I'm hoping a little bit of the orange flavour from the first gold hops will come out, and it'll be quite bitter. That's what I'm hoping. There's only one way to find out, isn't there? Let's get poured. Tap on. Oh, good. It's always, when you do these things, it's always good to know that you've got enough pressure in the barrel. Let's get a little bit of head on it. It's looking good. Actually, it's looking good. Pint of the amber nectar. Look at that settling. Quick. I'm pleased with that. That's settling beautifully. Oh, I'm quite emotional and quite chuffed with that, I think. When it came out of the fermenter, it was quite amber, and it still is quite amber. There's a little bit of haze to it. But never filtered my beer. So there's always not always, there's usually a bit of a haze to it. But that's got actually quite a beautiful little head on that. So yeah, it's a little bit of haze. It's amber with a little head, and it's creamy in places and bubbly in places. Let's have a sniff that. Getting some sweetness from the malt. If I'm being brutally honest, I'm not picking up any fruitiness. I put a shitload of, pardon my French, put a shitload of hops in it. So I really expected a really big hoppy aroma. But maybe what I've probably done, and look, I'm a keen amateur when it comes to brewing, because I did chuck all the hops in at the beginning of the brew. So what's probably happened, I'm guessing, thinking about it now logically, should have done it in 2 stages, shouldn't I, is that it's all gone into bitterness. And there'll be a little bit of aroma in there, but it's all going to that flavour, that bitterness. I should have really maybe separated it out, put some in for bitterness, and then later on just put some in for aroma and flavour. I didn't, did I? So it's all gone in and it's all boiled up, and it's created a little... it's not bad. Do you know what? never judge a beer by its aroma. It might be different, right? Let's try it. Cheers, everybody. It's better than the last one I made, which was a right murky brown. I did actually have that. I don't think I did a video of it, but I did do one, and it ended up, I used 2 strains of yeast, and it ended up really, really murky. It just did not coagulate. It didn't sink until it's been in the fridge for a while. I crashed in the fridge and ended up having it. I might have a bottle of 2 of it around somewhere. It actually turned out quite nice. Right, let's taste it. Shut up talking, get it tasted. Cheers, everybody. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, I forgot to say, it's come out at 5.75%. That's nice. That's not bad. But I was right. Right. There is a nice little malty sweetness in there. A little bit caramelly. I went overboard with the malts. It started off as a pale ale, and I'm one of those really shit brewers where I think you can't brew anything like 3 or 4%. I've got to chuck a little bit more malt in it. So it's probably why it's turned a bit. I mean, pale ales can be that colour. That is settling on that. Just try and show it again on camera. It's like a Guinness. I don't know why it's settling so slowly. I like it. So I chucked a little bit more malt, which might be a little bit darker than it should have been. So yeah, so it's a nice little light caramel flavour to it. There is a bit of fruitiness. Now I obviously know the hops I've used. I've used my first gold hops. I wouldn't say I'm getting that. Baby Rays, it's like, almost like, tell you what it's almost like, it's almost like, it's not exactly like this, I don't want to big this up too much, but it's almost like a little candied fruit. So it's a bit Belgium-y, but it's not. I think what it is, I think I am picking up the fruitiness from the hops, but I think the sweetness from the malt is actually making me think now that it's probably candied, which it isn't. I don't think it is. It's just the sweetness from the malts and a little bit of fruitiness from the hops. Now, because I used all the hops straight from the boil, it's actually quite bitter as well. Now, I like bitter beers. The first one I made, no, it wasn't the first one, probably second or third one. It was the first all-grain one I made. I think the hops were to go in later on for more for aroma. Probably chucked them on at the beginning, and I ended up calling it bitter in and out. And I quite liked that. It was a bitter, strange enough. But I chucked all the hops in at the beginning and then forgot about them. Didn't put any in for aroma. And I can't remember where I was going with that bit of information there. But never mind. I think it's just me talking about me liking to brew bitter beers. And I'm putting tomorrow I'm going to do so Tony wanted a special beer doing. I don't think this is it, Tony. I know you don't like bitter beers, so I don't think you'll like this one, mate. But I am going to do an Imperial Stout. So I'm going to do an Imperial Stout tomorrow. I'll try and video it and show you what's happening with it. But I've got some chips that have been soaked in bourbon as well. They've been soaked in bourbon for a couple of months now and been kept in the fridge. So they'll good as well. So it might get a little bit of a barrel-aged flavour to it is what I'm after with those. A little bit bourbony, a little bit woody. So what I'll do is when it's all in the fermenter, just chuck those in, and that should do that. But I have to say, I'm quite pleased with that. I'm not going to score it because I never score my own stuff, but I must say I am quite pleased. It's not to everybody's taste. I know not everybody likes bitter drinks like I do, and I need to get over that. I think as a brewer, I'll never make a commercial brewer. See, commercial brewers, I'm interested. I don't know if any brewers actually watch these. Commercial brewers watch these, or people. In fact, I know a couple of commercial brewers. I can just ask them. But it must be so tempting just to brew what you like every time, rather than looking at what's happening in the market and going, "Oh, that's quite trendy." Or that everybody seems to be drinking or wanting those. I'll brew like that. I can't imagine brewing an IPA. I'd have to brew a double or a triple, as I like them stronger. I think after this, I think in the new year, I will do either double or triple IPA. Through the conversation's going. If you start watching halfway through this video, I'd understand it because I think the mind's just going. I think I'm just pleased how that's come out. That, for me, I'm pleased with it. Like I said, not everybody's cup of tea. It's quite bitter. Lovely little caramel flavour. A little bit of fruitiness in there as well. If I was drinking it... Now, I know First Gold hops have gone in this, so I don't expect that little bit of orangey marmalade flavour. But I wouldn't be able to pick that out. I think if I'm being brutally honest, I'd pick out the fruitiness, but I wouldn't actually pick out what it actually was. Anyway, that's it. I like it. Got like a couple of bottles there for the boys at work, and hopefully they'll like it. If not, they can chuck it out the sink. I don't care. I've got plenty here to be going on with. I'm going to pour another pint, and I'm going to take this in and drink it in front of the telly and probably watch some Penguin. I'm enjoying that series. So that's it. I'll let you get away now. If somebody can tell me why it's settling like a Guinness, I'd appreciate it. I've really just got it absolutely spot on with the carbonation. Somebody tell me. Anyway, that's it. That's done. I won't ask you if you tried it. Drop me a comment because you won't have tried it. Actually, no. But I will ask. I have got a question. Have you made a homebrew? And if you have, what's been your favourite one? Mine is Imperial Stout. I think I brewed 11%, 11.5% one a couple of years ago. I quite enjoyed doing that one. But if you've brewed a homebrew, what was your favourite one? Oh, and yeah, no, just tell me that because I'm looking for other ideas. I get stuck in my own mind as to what I want to brew. It's stuff I tend to like, but I want other ideas. So yeah, let me know. In fact, I'll do that work as well. And ask me for a beer, I'll say, what do you want me to brew? And I'll brew theirs, brew whatever they want. So just let me know what it is. If you have ever done a home brew, I don't care if it's been all grain, which mine tend to be now, or if you've done a kit, I don't care. Just tell me which ones you've brewed and you really liked. Appreciate that. Until next time, enjoy your beers. Cheers.